when they check a mic. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, testing,
Yeah.
they go testes 1, 2, 3.
Well, I learned from a sound engineer in Rill
Yeah.
that the best words to say when testing a microphone is popping testicles.
Because it's got the P.
The per, the sir, turker.
Popping testicles.
Yeah, popping testicles.
It depends where you're warming up, testing a mic. Because you know when you watch a comedy film, everybody, the first time someone talks into a microphone, it always has feedback.
Yeah, that's true.
It's always the comedy way.
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to go do a speech. And
Shame is delicious.
Hi, everyone.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yep.
Welcome to the Shame is Delicious pod in the week where Qatar and Saudi Arabia are taking over the world.
Why'd you put your hand up like it's some sort of pledge of allegiance to Qatar?
I
I thought you'd go Star Trek for
Yeah.
a sec.
Will it be? Anyway.
For any audio listeners, Eshaan made the chop hand motion. So, look, it's the World Cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
In November. It's a Christmassy World Cup.
It is a Christmas tea.
And there's nothing else to talk about.
There isn't. And we're recording this just after,
Yeah.
you know, Saudi Arabia beat Lionel Messi's Argentina.
Yeah.
What a mad time. There's been a lot of controversy.
What do you think the Saudi Arabian players are getting for winning? Because it's the sort of team where, like, if they win, they don't just get a pat on the back. They'll get given
But they'd flinch any kind of hand. any hand going to the back. Ah! Okay.
Oh, I did
It's
good.
a good thing.
Okay.
It's a good one. Good thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. So, Argentina haven't been beaten in 35 games.
35, 36 games.
And then they come against Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, and they lost.
And
But, you know, the thing
the
is...
threat of death, boy, that'll make you score goals, dude.
Well, it didn't work for the last few World Cups they were playing. They got spanked all the time.
Yeah, that is true, yeah. I felt sorry for the North Korean football team one time.
Why?
Because they lost, and I felt so bad. I think they lost to, I think it was Ronaldo's Portugal.
Yeah.
I said Ronaldo's Portugal. That's
Yeah.
how much I love Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Like, you know that country, Ronaldo's played?
Yeah.
I think it was 8. Was it 8-2?
Something like that, probably.
It was something like that. It was
It's hard to
insane.
win football matches when you're in straight lines all the time. So there's been a lot of controversy about the World Cup being held in Qatar.
Yes, multiple.
Are you bothered?
I'm not a big fan of Qatar. Not the biggest fan of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
France, that's different. But no, I mean, look, here's the thing. If you're against it and you don't like it and you don't like the government, because it is the government essentially over there.
Well, it's the royal family, I suppose.
The royal family.
Yeah.
I don't know why people go over there in terms of presenters and whatnot and they still get paid.
Sorry, who was that subtweet at? Someone just got subtweeted.
Well, here's my thing is, if you want to make a stance and stuff like that, then just don't go. I don't know why you go over there and then you say, "Oh, well, this place is horrible," but you're still taking all the money.
Well, I think the thing for me that like really rankled, and I thought, well, this is mad, is there was already a lot of controversy about Qatar getting the World Cup anyway.
Yeah.
All the corruption stuff. If you're listening, if you're watching, you're well familiar with the trodden path of all the criticisms.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But the whole thing about the One Love armband and them being like, we're going to wear it.
I swear to God, every time I hear One Love, I think of Blue.
Yeah, for the mother's pride,
One Love. I swear, I can't.
That was a tune.
One Love is all we need.
It was a tunage.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the first singles I bought.
Was One Love Blue?
Yeah.
I know what my first single was. We'll come back to that. Carry on with the guitar.
Actually, that could be a very shameful conversation for everyone involved. But yeah, so then England were like, oh, you know, ultimately, we're not going to do it because we might get yellow cards. And in the same game, the Iranian national team refused to sing the national anthem because of everything that's going on in Iran. Like, to the point where, you know, you could get killed for doing that.
That's embarrassing. That is.
Isn't that embarrassing?
Yeah. Yeah, for us it is. That's like somebody protesting, and they protest by starving themselves, and the guy next to you just sets fire to himself. You're like, oh, okay, this guy's way more serious.
There's more to him.
Ooh, whoa, he's a bit more serious about this.
Yeah. I'm willing to fast.
I'm peckish.
Yeah.
The guy just put petrol on himself.
Actually, the chard might be quite nice.
Yeah, it's a whole different
What
level.
would your protesting like? How would you protest for something?
How would I see my thing?
I mean, you already protest against mainstream fashion, but how do you protest? How would you protest?
Don't encourage him, Alice. What do you mean? Did you say protesting against mainstream fashion?
Yeah, it's a good thing.
What?
You're like
First of all, I'm in
alternative.
my ice skating clothes. I
Yeah,
don't know if
you look cool, you know.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm a figure skater who dabbles in
Yeah,
comedy.
you look cool. Runnings.
God, I hate you so much.
Has anyone made that?
No one's made that joke. That was fresh. Oh, you were sitting on a train thinking of that.
No, the Catherine just came to me now. Actually,
Yeah, well, really did it?
Yeah, look at me. Oh, one for the money. Two for the show. I really want you to do. Listen, I will put money on it. No, I can't. That's inside the betting now. But I'll give you like £1,000 if you say one for the money, two for the show.
No.
When you do.
When I
Dancing on ice.
I just wear the Jamaican colours. I just do random quotes from the film. Sanka, you dead? My partner's looking at me like, what are you on about?
Don't worry about it. It's a thing. I've got a podcast.
Just for the podcast,
Spotify.
So here's the thing with this World Cup, I think. I don't know whether it's because it's winter, and obviously we're all quite busy winter, Christmas and all that sort of stuff. The level of excitement has been so... I haven't really seen that excitement. And I know, obviously, it's very, there's a lot of controversy as well.
Yeah.
But do you think that if England win their group convincingly, do you feel like we're going to get that World Cup England fever?
I think as we near into December, as more and more people take a bit more time off and like things chill out at work.
Yeah.
And then there'll be like watch parties at work and stuff. People are going to get more into it. But like all this stuff about, they shouldn't be playing this World Cup at this time. I remember when Ronaldinho scored that goal against England, looping it over David Seaman's head.
We took the day off school.
Yeah, well, it was 20 minutes before my A-level exam, my economics A-level. And I remember seeing the goal go in, get really depressed and go try and do my exam afterwards. And that was in the middle of May. But like throughout the year, like everyone's got time and you can't be like, oh, we can't play it in the winter because then you wouldn't be able to play it in Australia, for example.
Yeah.
The summer in Australia is now.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So what, Australia's never going to get it?
The weather in Australia would be better in May, June, July to play in. Their winter is like 15 degrees.
Yeah, their winter is like our summer.
Yeah, but then you might get attacked by like crocodiles and shit.
But also, the African Cup of Nations usually takes place around
January.
this time, doesn't it? So, it rules out African countries in certain
as well.
parts of the continent that, if you said you can't do it in winter.
Exactly.
However,
and also,
guys,
loads of football leagues have got winter breaks. There's a Premier League that's kind of, as a major league, that doesn't have a winter break, which is really weird.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
In Germany and
I
Netherlands,
know there's a lot to talk about here, guys, but it's coming home. Hey! It's coming!
It's already come home. The women did it. Thank you. I'm not Andy Murray.
You say that, but Darren's wearing suffragette socks.
Are they suffragette socks or like trans rights socks?
They're the suffragette colours.
They
really suffragette colours?
Actually. Yeah, I didn't know that when I brought them.
Yeah, he's wearing suffragette socks because his ankles are suffragetting at the moment. It's really suffering.
I mean, they're in so much pain from skating. Wait, we have to go back. First single you brought.
Oh, all right.
No, because we had that earlier. You skipped over it. What was the single? One Love.
No, that wasn't the first single I bought.
Oh, what was the first single you brought? Let's work out whose is more embarrassing. I remember mine.
If You Want to Be My Lover, the Spice Girls.
Oh, you see, we were such little pop boys. Mine, Backstreet Boys.
Which one?
Backstreet Back.
All right, there you go.
I remember my uncle brought it on a single CD for me.
Yeah.
And he had it like hidden in like a cushion. And I went, oh, that cushion. I remember lying down. It was a CD. And I was like, what's this? And I opened it and it was Backstreet's Back. And I swear I got up and danced.
Yeah, well.
I was so over the moon.
The first...
Oh my God, we're back again. Oh, come on,
The first single I got gifted from my brother was Leona Lewis.
Leona Lewis? That was like, what, 15 years ago?
Yeah, the X Factor.
He was a grown-up.
Yeah.
Why would he?
Because he saw it in a bargain bucket.
No, that's
in a Woolworths or wherever it was, something like that.
Hang on, was it the Hallelujah?
No, what was the first song? Lost in Love. I don't know, Love something. It was something to do with love.
Pretending he doesn't know.
Yeah, I know.
It was something to do with love.
Lost in Love, track 5. I think the company was.
Do you know who I was obsessed with? Lamar.
Lamar was great.
There was a period where I used to love Lamar.
It was a moment like this.
A moment like
this. There you go. Thank you so much.
Yeah, was she Lamar's era?
Yeah.
I think he works at a bank now.
I kind of see them as the same era. Fame Academy years.
You just because they're just two black people, you just see them all. They're all in there. There's Lamar, there's Leona Lewis, there's Michael Jordan. I just put them all in.
Martin Luther King.
Lamar was dope. I loved him. My mum really
if there's any justice in the world, I wouldn't be. Sorry.
He was great.
He was great.
Wait, I'm trying to figure who else was from that era.
But interesting. We've had conversations about music. You're kind of like, no, I wouldn't say weird, but you're different in the sense that you're into like Slipknot and stuff like that.
Yeah, big Slipknot guy. Yeah,
you're into like metally, heavy rocky type tracks.
Yeah, I do listen to quite a big mixture of music. Yeah.
Did you ever get shamed for that?
No, I always feel weird when it's like white people, when there's like white girls that I used to date and they go, "You listen to Slipknot." I was like, "What do you mean?" I said, "She goes, white people music. You're white." Yeah.
Yeah, this is why you should never interracial date.
No. But how's your interracial relationship going?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. So because
but as the older I've got though, most of my friends listen to like, they'll listen to like Arctic Monkeys and stuff like that.
Okay.
They're broader. But then obviously there's always hip hop and reggae and whatnot.
Do you ever feel like you have to listen to hip hop, reggae and things like that just to...
Nah.
Really?
Not
you
really.
actually enjoy it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I never feel like I should know this.
Really?
I'll tell you the worst thing you can do as a human being. Like, for example,
yeah.
Say you go, what's your favorite kind of music? What kind of music do you feel like you're supposed to be a big fan of?
I'm supposed to be a big fan of. It's actually R&B and hip hop.
R&B and hip hop, okay.
Yeah.
As much as you feel like you're supposed to be a big fan of that,
yeah.
Imagine the pressure on me, and imagine if I'm in a club and I'm Shazamming. There is, dude, I can't think of any.
Kendrick Lamar. Wow. Wow.
The idea of Shazamming
in a club. Have you ever? Yeah, okay.
You know what I've done?
What?
I've had to cut, because it's blue, and everybody knows that blue of recording.
I've had to bouncing
I've put my hand over it and just like I'm trying to listen to something with my hand cover. I'll do anything to cover that blue. I've Shazammed in the past year. It's pretty embarrassing.
What's the most mainstream song you've ended up Shazamming in a club?
Mainstream song.
The most notorious R&B song.
I've only recently got into Harry Styles, and I feel like that's very mainstream.
Yeah, but
it's mainstream because it's everywhere.
But I don't think anyone expects you to like Harry Styles.
That's true. I did. No, did I Shazam WAP? I think I Shazammed WAP. I knew it was Cardi B, but obviously I didn't know because they just get wet ass pussy, and I was like, it's probably not called wet ass pussy. And turns out,
100% is called that.
Yeah, I think I Shazammed that.
See, my relationship with like R&B and hip hop is quite embarrassing because I've got a cousin who's actually a semi-famous R&B hip hop DJ.
What?
He's called Candyman.
Candyman?
Yeah, he hosts a show on the Asian Network. He's been doing it for a long time.
Can't he get you on there?
Well, no, I was on the Asian Network, then I got sacked, didn't I?
Yeah, of course you did, because
what?
Same reason I've never done one extra.
We're not black enough?
They're like, hey, can you go to Radio 4?
Well, I got sacked from the Asian Network for not being black enough, I think. Basically, that's what happened. So when I was a kid, I was about 11, 12 years old, this is one of those core memories that sticks in my head. Basically, this cousin of mine, he was really into R&B hip hop. He used to do lots of freestyle MCing and rapping.
Yeah.
And we were in his house, and they were all having like a freestyle MC rap battle, right?
Yeah.
So all the cousins, one of the other cousins was beatboxing, and they're all like dropping bars and stuff. So then Candyman goes to me, right, Eshaan, it's your turn. Now, I've got rhythm, but I wasn't into R&B and hip hop.
Yeah.
So I thought that along to the beat, I would sing my school song, which was in Latin.
Wait.
That is the most Eshaan.
Wait, they're having like a cool kids rap battle or whatever, and you decided to drop some Latin on them.
Latin school song.
And what happened?
They basically ran downstairs and told my dad that I was gay. Because
you rapped in Latin.
Yeah.
Why did you feel like that was going to work?
I had to say something.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll impress them.
Can you do any of it now? Do you still remember any of it?
I remember the first line. In pectore robur. I remember that bit.
That sounds like something from Game of Thrones. And you thought that was going to like, hey guys.
No, because they were like dropping bars about like getting shanked and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the only shank I knew was lamb.
Of course.
So I was like, what can I do here, little private school boy?
Oh yeah, you really showed them your private school knowledge with that one, didn't you?
They hated me.
Of course.
Like all my cousins on that side fucking hated me. So now they're all into the underground British Asian scene.
What's the underground British Asian scene?
Just like
I don't even know the underground black scene.
There's a whole like underground British Asian scene. Like,
is it just is it just like R&B hip hop type stuff?
R&B Bhangra mashup type stuff.
Oh, okay. Is it like Punjabi MC?
No. I mean, you might hear a bit of ding 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 every so often.
What was the other one? Tally ho! What was that one?
J Ho.
J Ho! I remember that. That was a tune.
Can you imagine if I did the same?
Well, you've done the same.
Oh, what's that song? Ha Sipenya.
Oh wow! Wow! At least mine was in the genre. Well, at least mine was in a genre. You just went straight to essentially Lion King. Jeez. You should take me to your underground Asian scene.
I don't know where they are.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not going to let me in.
Yeah, Alison, I would probably have a better idea than you.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably.
I want to go. Do you do the Asian gigs?
Yeah, I do.
Comedy gigs.
Yeah.
How are them? I'm very interested in gigs like that where you know how there's like a Jewish comedy scene where you predominantly just perform in front of like obviously Jewish people, on Muslim people and whatnot. I'm always interested in those sort of gigs. I've never done anything like it.
Well, it took me a long time to learn how to play those gigs because the thing is like I am very Asian, but my very Asian is very different from a lot of people's very Asian.
Yeah.
So, like, the way I sound, the way I speak, the things I talk about, they're not. It took me a long time to work out what are the things they like, and what I've worked out is when I am very Asian, people they don't expect it, so they really enjoy it.
Do you know what are so like? I know with black gigs generally, so like white gigs. Very open about what you can talk about.
Yeah.
You will kind of get a pass on everything, every topic, even if it's like dirty, offensive, whatever.
Yeah.
Like you can kind of get a pass. Whereas I think on the black circuit, for example, there's certain topics that you will not get a pass.
Like what?
Ever. Pedophilia. No, pedophilia is not work. You're not getting a pass on that.
Okay.
It depends on the gig.
I didn't like pro or anti.
Oh well. I mean, if you want to do your pro. Pedophile stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I mean they're more anti, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You play with the room.
Yeah.
Pedophilia stuff. Certain gay stuff.
Yeah.
They will not go with unless I feel like with gay material, if you are gay,
then it's fine.
Then that's better.
That's interesting.
That's much more better because they just look. Oh, it's just a gay guy who's talking about gay stuff. But if you're not and you're talking about it in a way that is maybe too graphic, to them, you'll get no's. No.
Yeah.
Certain Jesus stuff as well.
Okay.
It's always a bit. Kind of depends on the gig. But again, funny is funny, but I just know there's certain things that you just go, I know that if I did this joke at a white gig, it'd be.
Yeah, it's a very
fine.
similar thing with the Asian gigs. They love a pun.
They love a pun.
Asian gigs, man. If you can do a pun that marries English and like a South Asian language together.
Can you give me an example of one? Just like.
So like. I do a joke where I say I dated a Hindu girl once who said she wasn't dating any BMWs, which is no blacks, Muslims, or whites.
Yeah.
And then I said, well, I don't date any Skodas.
Yeah.
Which are Sali Kutti Ullu, the assholes, and that's like a swear in Punjabi.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, look at that, he did a pun on an English word, Polish. But he did a pun on a word. They love stuff. Wordplay, they love.
They love a bit of wordplay.
Oh, man. If you can do good wordplay, Asians love it.
But not Latin.
Maybe not Latin.
You're not gonna go hit them with your Latin.
But I remember I booked Marwan Rizwan for my Pakistani fundraiser, and I got a few messages from people who were unhappy that he was doing it
because he's very camp.
Yeah,
he's not obviously just gay. He's very camp, very out. You see him immediately, and you know that he's like a camp gay guy. And they weren't happy about it.
So I don't know whether that happens in a black gig. Or
you could potentially get that as well.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, you've just got to own it, man. You've just kind of
own your homophobia or your homosexuality.
Well, it depends. I mean, what do you say to yourself in the mirror?
I'm very torn between both.
Yeah, those gigs are so interesting. I would love to do a Jewish gig. Just like a gig in front of all Jewish
You
people.
know, my first Edinburgh show was selected as a pick of the fringe by the North London Jewish Chronicle and the Daily Mail. So I had a very specific, thank you. I have a very specific weird fan base.
That's an example of the right and the left meeting at the bottom of the circle.
yeah. At that point, you take a good hard look at yourself and go, I've got a unique audience.
I feel like none of the Asian papers went for me.
Speaking of papers, I'm going to ask you this question. I'm going to ask you this question as a...
I'm legally in the UK.
Okay, cool. I'm going to ask you this question as a Guardian journalist. Eshaan, as a British-born man of South Asian heritage.
Yeah.
What do you think of Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, who is British-born, man of South Asian heritage? Yeah. Do you feel like this is a very proud moment for you?
I think it's great because I've been going around to white people telling them to get out of my country.
Fair.
It's a real power.
I did that when Obama was in.
Did you? Yeah. Get out of my country in the UK.
Yeah, I did. I did that when Alexander Burke won the X Factor. I also did it.
And the thing is, with Rishi... Sorry, I just heard what you just said.
When Alexander Burke won the X Factor, I was like, right, there's a new queen.
She was a client as well, actually.
Oh, she?
Yeah.
Oh, I love her.
What kind of love? Just love.
Just love.
Who she is as a person.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
a good
Let's
girl.
Delve into that.
She's great.
Okay. Alexander Burke, get in touch.
I know she just had a baby.
that sounded like way too much research went into that.
Yeah. A couple of years ago.
You never met her, but you have Googled her.
Yeah.
Yes. I might have DM'd her one time as well.
Did you slide it? Oh my God. Did you actually? Right. Tell us more about this. Fuck Rishi Sunak. Right.
This is too shameful.
No, it's not. What did you say in the slide?
I can't remember. Okay. I can't necessarily remember what it was in the slide, but I can remember I can remember how shameful it was.
What did you say?
Because no. I don't have to tell you what was in it. I'll tell you this. It was New Year.
If you're listening or you're watching, just tell us what you think he said. That's what I want to know. I want you to give us an idea. You know Darren by now.
It was New Year's Eve. I know.
Okay.
It was New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think I sent her a message at about 12:15 a.m., which is sad because it means I just celebrated. And then I thought, it's a new year, give it a go. And I deleted it in the morning because I woke up in the morning and was like, geez, that was really sad. And I deleted it. But I just remember the fact that I had messaged her at about, I was in. It's a couple of years ago. And 12:15, I sent a message. Imagine celebrating a new year.
By messaging Alexander Burke.
Yeah, it was pretty sad. Yeah, I deleted that.
And has she ever messaged you back since?
No! She didn't read it, thank God.
Yeah, she's got a baby. She's having a baby.
Well, yeah, but this was before the baby.
All right.
It wasn't like when she was pregnant. I wasn't like, hey.
Happy New Year, Bab.
I think I did say Bab in it as well.
Yeah, probably,
I think I did. Yeah, I thought, yeah.
You love saying Bab when you're a bit drunk.
Everyone's Bab, mate. You know, it's Birmingham.
So you messaged Alexander Burke.
I did indeed, yeah. Wow. I used to really, really fancy her.
I mean, doesn't seem like you used to, does it?
I don't know what you're talking about. But the idea of just me messaging somebody, imagine if you get a random DM from somebody who you don't even know at just 15 minutes after the
no,
New Year.
I get it.
It's sad.
Oh.
It's very sad.
I think the worst DM I've ever sent to someone, I didn't slide into this DM, but it was just a conversation was happening. And this person is an adult performer.
Oh,
and
I respect this.
They had seen me on a few other podcasts and befriended, and we chatted, whatever.
So you were both you both following each other?
Yeah,
on socials.
Yeah.
Okay,
so that's fine. And then one night, I messaged her congratulating her on her latest video with another porn star that I quite like. And,
Okay. Wow.
She replied,
wow.
She replied to say, "Oh, I had no idea you watched." I'm like, "Oh boy."
You just imagine you're nude, just sitting nude,
just finished.
I've never.
Oh, just congratulate her on her success. Just let you know, you did a good job. I feel great.
Great. I feel relieved. I've never messaged I've never watched someone's porn and then messaged them and said, "Good job." I've never done that.
I thought it would be nice because we're mates.
And then she was with another porn star that you like.
Yeah.
And
Who, by the way, is a male porn star that I spotted in London once, and I really want to take a picture.
Oh, that's all right. You should do that.
Can you?
Yeah, I'm a porn star. I won't shake his hands, but you can take a photo with him. And then you slid in those DMs, and what did she say after she said, "Oh, I didn't know you watched"?
That was it. I said, "Oh well, I did, and thank you."
And he was like, "Ooh." Do you still talk?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's nice. Has she got OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Do you pay for OnlyFans?
No.
I don't mind. Here's the thing. I don't mind paying for porn, paying for content.
Yeah.
But I just don't want a weekly subscription, like a monthly thing. I don't want to see.
That's too much commitment.
I don't want to see Disney Plus and then like Sally's vagina or whatever. I just don't. I just don't need to see all of that.
When I was 13, 14, I stole my dad's bank card and bought some porn on the Fantasy Channel.
And you didn't think that was gonna.
And I called them and disguised my voice with a cloth in my mouth.
What kind of?
And then they said, I was like, "Hello, I'd like to buy some pornography, please." And then it sounded like I was in a ransom situation. And then they told me that was full discretion assured. And then 3 weeks later, a bill came through and it said, "Virgins of Sherwood Forest 2, Anal Passions 4. And then my mum asked me what they were. And I said, "Ask Dad." And then my dad stormed out of the house.
That's funny. You literally might have ended your mum and dad. They might have had a divorce because of that.
My dad was just like so aghast that I tried to blame it on him.
It would have been funny if your dad came out with a cloth over his mouth. I don't know. I think it was this guy. That's hilarious. How much was the porn? Do you remember?
$7.99 per film.
How many films did you buy?
2.
Wow. I like that.
My dad left the card for emergencies. I was a young boy. The internet wasn't like...
Yeah.
Because at that point, with the internet, I could only really masturbate to foreheads because by the time the dial-up had loaded, and then someone would ring the phone.
Did anybody else used to jerk off to adverts? I used to masturbate to adverts back in the day.
Which ones?
Oh, anyone where a woman was coming out of like a shower, and you had
Timothy.
Pantene Pro V. There was a couple ones where they're like, you know, like how they show like a woman, like deodorant adverts were pretty good because they were always kind of topless or doing some sort of exercise. Listen, I didn't have much to work with, but you'd have to be quick.
Yeah, of course, because an advert's 7 seconds.
Advert 7 seconds, and then like, you don't have to ejaculate into like a Land Rover.
What about
You'd mistime it.
What about Littlewood's catalogue?
I was about to say, friends of mine bought pages out of the Littlewood's
catalogue,
into school.
The lingerie pages.
Into school!
Yeah.
See, that was just before me. The Littlewood's
No,
catalogue.
Littlewood's I did.
What?
Alice, any
We
thoughts?
found porn in a bush,
Yeah.
like the actual story.
That's what you want.
Like
Porn in a
the
bush.
story of the myths. We were walking through my village and somebody had left a magazine in a bush.
Speaking of World Cups, I remember the 2002 World Cup. My friend who owned a corner shop would come in and he brought in porno and it was all World Cup porn. So all the girls were wearing World Cup jerseys.
national shirts, right?
Yeah. That was great.
Yeah.
That was classic. Oh, I think there was like 3 fights over
What, over the
porn bag.
the Saudi Arabia one.
Yeah, but you know what guys are like? They don't want to admit that they're going to jerk off. They're like, no, I'm just looking at it. And
Yeah.
if you mention it, you're going to go masturbate. No, they don't know how to deal with that. So they were just like, no, I'm just going to read it. And they were like punching each other. Yeah, that was good. Brazil was great.
In the bush, what was it? Do you remember what it was in the bush?
It was some old porn magazine. There were obviously people who were far more interested in it than I was.
Even now, as a 34-year-old who, doesn't really read magazines, if I see a porn mag in a bush, I'm probably going to go in and have a look at it.
Are you fucking serious?
Does that sound mental?
Yes, it does.
If I'm walking past and I'm like, is that a porn? Like, not because I'm gonna go jerk one off. I want to go. I just feel like, oh my god, it's a porn.
Do you know what I really want to see? Is it a YouTube show of you being caught as they drag the? They have a little. They had the porn magazine at the end of a string, and you're like chasing after it. You'd pick it up.
Is that mental? I'd have a look at it, yeah, just for old times' sake.
With your hands?
Yeah, that's the only thing I'd be a bit like, oh. Nah, I'd probably touch it with my hands. I've touched worse. It's a phone mag. It's a mag.
Magazines are weird though, aren't they?
Yeah, it is.
I remember once I had once those like flip books.
Yeah.
Where you can see the cartoon. Someone made a porn one of those.
Oh, like a...
we like do the stuff. But the thing is logistically it was quite tricky because you can't flip the book and masturbate at the same time because you need both hands.
That is true.
So it was a real design.
You need to get like a door handle.
I'm gonna got paper cut. Fuck.
I've always wondered that when you take art, when you're really artistic and you just use it on porn. It's like those people who do like anime porn. You're such a great artist and cartoonist and you just draw in women having sex.
I reckon you've watched some hentai in anime.
I have no interest in it.
That's a lie.
I
do not believe you. For someone who's that much into manga.
Yeah, I've never done that. No.
Really?
Because I have no interest in seeing a woman have sex with like a giant jellyfish or whatever it is. It's all weird. It's very strange. It's like when they do Family Guy having sex. Peter Griffin's banging Meg. What?
I don't like the cartoon versions of those, but I like the parodies. Anyway.
Shame is delicious.
Eshaan, what plugs do you have, Playboy?
I've got a world multi-use plug. I've got a European use only plug.
Yeah.
I've got one for South Asia only.
Now, is this a sort of joke that would work at one of those gigs you were talking about, the Asian gigs? Would that kill? Would that really kill?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on tour.
You're on tour?
EshaanAkbar.com/tour. Please go and buy tickets. We've just added another London date and an Edinburgh date.
Great. When does the tour kick off?
23rd of February in Bristol at the Hen and Chickens.
Oh, great venue.
So please do go and buy those tickets. We've sold quite a few. I'm pretty impressed. I'm surprised.
That's it, man. That's what we want.
They're going. So please go to EshaanAkbar.com/tour. Buy those tickets.
Amazing. We've also got the Shameful DM live show. Leicester. I can't remember the date.
16th of March?
February,
sorry. 16th of February.
We've got the Shameful DM live show, 16th of February.
At the Leicester Comedy Festival.
Leicester Comedy Festival, yeah, we'll be doing a live show. I'll also be doing previews in Leicester as well. So if you're going to Leicester Festival, I'm doing 2 previews. And of course, the Shame is Delicious live show. We've also got another live show that we can't announce just yet coming up.
But that's coming up very, very soon.
Very, very soon.
But on Leicester, please do go. It's one of the best festivals in the country. And I don't just have to say that because I'm now a patron of the festival. It is because the Leicester Comedy Festival is awesome. So if you're in and around near there, go, but mainly go on the 16th of February because that's when we're doing a live show.
Yes, and we will have a special guest as well. Or special guests.
Maybe.
But yeah, of course, follow us all on social medias, Follow myself.
He's at Darren Harriott.
And he is at Eshaan Akbar.
Correct.
Yeah. I was going to say Michael Packentire then.
Yeah, no, it'll all come back one day.
No, it won't. There's no need for it.
It will. When I do Jonathan Ross.
Would you say it on there?
Yeah.
Ugh, gross.
And they'll edit it.
Sorry, Sean, why did you call yourself Michael Packentire? That was about Jonathan Ross. It was garbage.
Jonathan Ross turned into Patrick Kilty. Don't know what happened there.
He sound Irish. I was trying to get the list bit. You might have noticed that we have got cameras, like proper cameras.
Yeah.
We're back, baby.
We is back. So, that's great.
It's been a very stressful week.
No.
Nothing else to add on that?
Well, no, it's just, I'm just really annoyed at the person who did what they did.
There is a part of me, and again, that just...
that admires.
Kind of respect that.
Yeah.
Nobody got hurt. The door wasn't broken. They just came in, swooped, and they weren't smart enough to take the other expensive things.
Why don't you tell them, Darren? Why don't you outline all the things and their value?
When I said the expensive, I meant the essence of like what we bring. That's
the aura.
They never took our aura.
Yeah, they didn't take our spirit.
Hey,
you can't take that. But yeah, the cameras are back. Thank you for all your kind messages, 3, about what happened.
Also, a big shout out to David Alfie Ward. He actually donated a camera.
Come on, David Alfie Ward.
Come on, give him a follow if you like Tottenham. If you don't, then just don't.
Very funny comedian. So thank you, David Alfie Ward, for the cameras. And thank you also to Alice and Owen for their incredible fortitude last week in recording an episode across multiple weird phone cameras and all sorts of weird setups. It was important we got the episode out. So thank you to all of you. And a special shout out, of course, to Owen Donovan, your friend of mine.
You know how many times I've tagged the wrong? I've done it before.
How many? What have you? Owen Donovan's like, I don't want to be part of this podcast. Can you stop?
He's such a good dude. Because I put Owen in. The first Owen that comes up seems to be Owen Donovan from Berksness. And I was like, instead of putting Owen Hughes, I've tagged the wrong Owen, and now Eshaan won't let it down.
But shout out to Owen Donovan. If you ever want to be a guest on the pod, let us know.
Pod goal.
Pod goal, yeah. Just give us a shout. So yeah, we're back, and we're here to stay. Baby.
Alice, do you have any listener shame for us?
I have a short one for you.
Oh, here we go.
I called my boss's wife by his mistress's name.
I called my boss's wife. Oh, okay.
By his mistress's name. And is that all you've got?
That's it.
You could have styled that out, though. You could go, Jane. Sorry, why am I calling you Jane? Duh.
Well, it depends on how she...
Because if she doesn't know who Jane is...
Well, there's a few unknowns here.
Yeah.
Right? Number one,
Is the world flat? Oh, okay. Just you're on about this.
Bush did 9/11. We don't know how much... No, so we don't know whether the wife knows about the mistress.
Yeah.
Or whether she suspects there's a mistress.
Yeah.
Whether she suspects that Jane is the mistress.
Also, who's the husband just bringing his mistress around the co-workers? What's that all about? What's he in a mob?
Well, no, you might be having an affair at work. I've done it loads.
Have you really?
You have an affair at work. You have an affair at work, but you've got a girlfriend or a partner at home.
Okay, fair enough. I didn't know you were living like that, player. So
I think I've had an affair in every workplace I've worked in. Sorry. I'm joking.
I don't think I've ever had an affair. Have I ever? No, not ever.
You've never had a job. How can you have an affair? The workplace.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's wishful
you
thinking.
can't have a workplace standing outside a door.
That's wishful thinking. You can't have a workplace standing outside a door. Fuck you, dude. Bouncer's a very respectable job. You're going to get the security and bouncer unions coming after you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, good luck trying to get into an Oceana.
I'm done for. What? I can't get into Infernos? No!
Yeah, that's a rough one, because I would think the wife probably has her suspicions.
Yeah.
You hear that name and she's like, oh.
Why did she say Jane?
Yeah. That's the problem. I respect it, though. I respect the guy who's just like, I don't give a shit. Especially when you're married, you've got so much more things to lose.
Yeah, that's the thing. Don't be having an affair. Don't be having an affair when you're married.
That's crazy.
I mean, don't be having an affair, full stop. Sorry, is what I should say.
But also, the person who got the name wrong, they're not the person that should be ashamed.
Yeah. You've got nothing to be ashamed of.
That's true.
Because you're not supposed to be a part of the secret in the same way.
Yeah.
You're just, an innocent bystander. Unless she said it on purpose. We don't even know that.
She said it's her boss, right? It's her boss's... Yeah, exactly.
What if she wants to shag the boss?
What if it's a he? We don't know their sex.
Oh,
it's all unknown now.
So many unknowns. So listen.
I reckon one of them's got a gluten intolerance. It's all going off.
It's all kicking off. We love it when you say your shame stories, but the more detail you give us, the more fun it becomes.
Yes,
because then it's just conjecture. At the moment, what we've got...
Whoa. Go back a bit. What does that word mean?
What, conjecture?
Never heard it in my life.
That's a good word, isn't it?
What does it mean?
Well, conjecture is where you're just speculating about the various elements.
So when you just say speculating, what are you trying to... What are you going to bring out Latin next? Conjecture?
Well, actually, a lot of words are derived from Latin.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, it also helps with Spanish.
Yeah, okay.
So I was... I tried to seem less dumb. So yeah, whatever. It helps us Spanish.
But yeah, so we're speculating, and at the moment we've got two. There's someone with a gluten intolerance.
Is there any way the person who sent that in, could you send some more?
A bit more detail.
Yeah, just a little bit more. Just a tad more detail.
Would be really, really good. But fundamentally, if you have called your boss's wife by his mistress's name, the shame isn't on you.
Yeah, but you've met that mistress so many times.
They probably work together.
Yeah.
What if the mistress's name is their own?
Ooh.
What if they're the mistress and they're being clever?
I like this. Oh,
I would do that.
We're going real M. Night Shyamalan on this.
Yeah, I would do that. If like,
what about if they're all actually dead?
If I was having an affair with my boss,
yeah,
right,
I would love that.
I'm having an affair with my boss, and I know that she's cheating on her husband.
Yeah,
I'd address him by my own name.
Wow.
Be like, "Oh, hi, Eshaan." They'd be like, "I'm so sorry. I was thinking about someone else." Me.
Would you ever use that information to your advantage if you knew that they were having an affair? Or is that shameful? If you knew that your boss has a mistress, you could twist that, right?
Yeah, it's blackmail.
It's
blackmail.
It's shameful, but...
It depends what you're doing it for.
Money?
Yeah. And if the money is to feed your family?
Well, okay. Still shameful. That's like saying, hey, why'd you rob that bank? Nana's hungry.
Yeah. No, I mean, I wouldn't. Because I feel like I'm worried of karmic retribution.
Yeah.
So retribution is when...
No retribution. Okay. Yeah, there's a film called it, I think.
But that wasn't me saying that's what I would do, just so you...
It sounds like that's what you would do.
Or have done. Oh, I haven't.
Hey, I like how everybody...
Well, actually, I mean... Yeah,
we're all mysterious in this room. Have I done that? Have I done it? Who knows? Just living life. Couple of lives.
I'm not gonna, Owen and I have come across an incident once before together.
Let's not do that.
Owen was not involved. Can I just be clear?
As an innocent bystander, a witness to your... Yeah.
I'm a very charming man. I get more attention than I think people realise.
Yeah, I know, but also when you say things like that, people go, no, you don't. I get more attention than people realise. That's not the sort of thing you say if you get lots of it. I know you do, but it's just weird when you say that.
Yeah, I know, but I just like saying it.
People think
people are aware.
I don't give a
It's like Ronaldo saying I'm really good at football.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But he does say it.
He does, yeah. He doesn't really believe it.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
And he is.
And so this is...
Did I just compare myself to Ronaldo? Yeah, maybe I did.
Yeah, you're really coming off the ledge here, man. Is this your Kanye moment? You're going to lose your shit?
I actually quite like Juice, to be fair.
Why would you say it like that? That sounds way worse.
Why did that sound way worse?
I actually... Why would you... Also, I actually quite like them. That sounds like when somebody meets a black person for the first time, they go, you know what? Better than I expected.
It's the actually and the quite like.
Yeah, quite like. That's how many times have you had someone say, like, a Muslim, actually... Drinks beer.
Yeah, I apologise. I like Jews.
Drinks beer.
That makes it sound even worse.
Drinks beer. Yeah, literally, next you're going to go, I mean, I got one.
All I'm trying
friend.
to do is distance myself from Kanye West because obviously people are watching this going, man, him and Kanye West.
Dude, it's rough. I'm trying to get rid of my Yeezys, but they're not really selling like they used to.
No, of course.
Shame is delicious.
Well, on that note, Eshaan, I think that's the end of this episode.
I just want... I like
done.
all communities.
Yes.
Just so we're
This
clear.
is why people think you're a hard, full-fat Tory. People think
Full
that.
fat Tory.
Like,
That's
like full
unnecessary.
fat, like full fat milk.
Yeah. What, blue top?
Yeah,
Full on.
blue top.
Full on
yeah,
blue
you
top.
are blue
No,
top.
I just want to make it clear that I appreciate all communities.
Yeah, that sounds so... That's like a lie.
Please like, subscribe, don't cancel us. Wherever you listen to the podcast, on YouTube.
Yes, please
give us 5 stars.
There we go.
That's what we want.
5-star reviews.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the YouTube as well. The YouTube, the Spotify. Yeah, I know you probably think, oh, I'm just one person, who cares? But no, it really does make a difference. So please do like.
But also,
and subscribe.
crucially, please just get in touch with us and tell us the things that you kind of want to hear about and see us do, because we want to grow this with you guys. So the more you tell us about your shame or other people's shame, the more fun it gets for us. And then we can hopefully next year make this, at least one of the top 220 podcasts in the UK?
I want top 20
Be,
next year.
Okay. I think we need to be a married couple for that, or have kids.
That is true. Yeah. Or talk about food more.
Or talk about food.
Yeah.
We could do all three.
How about we call our show On Menu? See you next week.
Bye.
Shame is delicious. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions. Shame is delicious. Making bad decisions.